Welcome back, guys, and let's start with the relational and logical operators. From its name, a relational operator means that there should be, or we're gonna check a relation between two operands. Let's say if A and B are equal, if A is not equal to B, if A is greater than B, if A is less than B, and so on. Now, the logical operator is basically a statement that has to be true or false. And this logical operator is used in if condition, and that's why we have started with this topic before going in details inside the if statement. So these are the relational operators. We have, of course, less than or equal, greater than or equal, to equal, not equal. So this one, guys, the symbol here that if you remember, we've used the symbol to skip some inputs, to skip some outputs of a certain function and to see, let's say, the third output or the second output. Now here, this symbol means not. Now, guys, the question is why I have two equal signs instead of one. So why, guys, I cannot say let's check if A is equal to B with one equal sign. Let's try it on Matlab and you will understand why. So basically, guys, assume that A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 3. And I'm going to use this relational operator. Let's say I'm going to use this one. A less than or equal to B. What do you think, guys, will happen here inside the command window? If I remove the semicolon and I click on enter, Matlab will give me an answer that is equal to 1. What does this mean? Basically, this means that yes, it is true that A is less than or equal to B, because A is 1, which is less than or equal to 3. So guys, if I use the greater one and I click enter, what do you think should be the answer? The answer will be 0, because in fact A is not equal or greater than B. A is less than B, basically. So this is, guys, the answer of the relational operators. So if the answer is 0, this means that it is false. If the answer is not 0, because it could be 2. If the answer is different than 0, then this means that it is true, and yes, your statement here is correct, or your use of this relational operator is correct. Now what if I need to test if A is equal to B? I'm saying, guys, that I cannot use A is equal to B to test this relational operator, because in fact, if I use this, Matlab will assign the value of B to the variable called A, and in this case, A will be equal to 3, like B. If you need to check this, you should use two equal signs, and that's why, guys, in this relational operator, you should use two equal signs in order to differ this relational operator from the assignment operator, which is one equal sign. In this case, of course, the answer will be 0, because in fact, A is not equal to B. If you want to try one equal sign, and then you click enter, then as you can see in your workspace, A and B will have the same value. Basically, the value of B, which is 3, is assigned to the variable A. Now you can check this by putting two equal signs, and in this case, you will not have 0, because in fact, in this case, A is equal to B. I already assigned the value of B to A, so that they are equal. Okay. Now, you can also use the equal, two equal signs, or the equal relation operator for two string of characters like this one. If you need to define a character, you should put it between quotation. So here x is equal to m, y is equal to m, because they are both equal, then the answer should be 1. We can also, guys, compare arrays or matrices using these relational operators. Like in this case here, x is 639, y is 1429, and I'm saying that z is equal to x is less than y. So let's do this, guys. Let's do this. 639, so x is equal to 639, you can put comma, and y is equal to 1429. Alright? I'm assigning this value to the variable called z. Now guys, let's check this command here. Whenever you have an equal sign, you should first operate, or you should first execute what is at the right, like here x is less than y, and the value or the answer will be assigned to the variable at the left of this equal sign, which is here z. So x is less than y. How to check this? Basically, I have some elements of x that are less than y, but at the same time, I have the second element that is greater than y, then the second element of y, and the third element that is equal to y. In order to check if these two arrays, or if this relational operator is valid by comparing these two arrays, of course, they should be of the same size. And then what happens here, like other built-in functions or like other operations, if I have two arrays, Matlab will compare this column by column for matrices and element by elements for arrays. So here, guys, I should have 1 for the first one, for the first elements, 0 for the second elements, and 0 for the third elements, because I don't have here or equal. If I have or equal, then these two elements will have an answer of 1, because 9 is equal to 9. So if I click enter, you can see, guys, that the answer of z will be 100, and as you can see here, z is an array of 3 logical numbers. Now, even if z is a row vector of 3 logical numbers, I can use z for any other operation, like for example z plus x, and then the answer will be as a normal array, and this is the answer here, you can see it. So even if z is logical, I can add to z another ordinary array of the same size. Now let's continue. If I need to check if x and y are equal, I should use equal, and don't forget, guys, I should start by the right side, find the values, and put them in the variable called z. You can try them all at home. But, guys, I want you to focus on this one. Even if I don't put parentheses, Matlab will execute x is equal to y, and then put it in z. And the same goes for matrices. If I have two matrices of the same size, then equal will give me the answer for element by element. Like in this case, 1 is equal to 1, then this is 1, 2 is equal to 2, then this is 1, 3 is equal to 3, then this is also 1, 4 is not equal to 5, and this is located at the second row first column, so this will give me 0, 5 is equal to 5, this gives me 1, 6 is equal to 6, and this will give me 1. Now what about this command right here? Take 1 minute and think about it. In fact, guys, if I take this command and assume that I am Matlab and I need to execute it, what will happen here? Matlab will start by the first equal sign here, and then Matlab will assume that there is some variable here or some value here to be assigned to the variable at the left, which is c. So Matlab will execute a is not equal to b, and then put the value of a is not equal to b inside the variable called c. So is A not equal to B? Let's see basically. A not equal to B means if the elements are equal, then I will have here 0 because I'm checking if it is not equal to B. So it is the complete opposite to this answer. So whenever I have 1, I should have 0. Whenever I have 1, I should have 0. And whenever I have 0, I should have 1. So here, guys, C will have the opposite answer of this answer right here. A is not equal to B will be also a matrix of the same size, and the answer will be assigned to the variable called C. Now, it is very important to go over this built-in function because it can make our life much easier. In some problems, we need to find something, or we need to find a condition, or we need to find if this statement is valid. This is done using find, using a built-in function called find. However, find will have one output, and this output will be the indices of the elements that fulfill or that satisfy our condition or our input. Which means, guys, find, as any built-in function, has some inputs and some output. The input will be a condition or a relational or a relation between two operands to be checked out. Or it could be a variable, because even this variable could be also a statement. Now if I have x and I'm using x as the input of find, this means I need to find if x is true. And I know, guys, that x is true if it is not 0. And this will be done element by element. So the first element of x is not 0, then x is true. The second element of x is not 0, then it is true. The third element of x is not 0, then it is true. The fourth element of x is 0, then this is false. The fifth element of x is not 0, then it is true. The sixth element of x is 0, and so on. So guys, basically here, if I ask MATLAB to find x, I mean by this one that I need to find if the elements of x are true. Now, the output y will be the indices of the elements of x that are true. Now, what are the true elements of x? This one, this one, this one, and then I will skip the 0, this one, skip the 0, and this one. So basically, guys, the indices of the true elements of x are 1, 2, 3, 4 is skipped, 5, 6 is skipped, and then 7. So I'm going to return the values of the indices of the elements of x that are true, because this will be the input. Now, if the input of find is a condition like x is greater than 5, what do you think will be the output y? X is greater than 5 is only true at the third element of x, which is here 9, because only 9 is greater than 5. And in this case, y will be 5. It will be, y will be 3. It will be the index of 9, which is here 3. It is the third element. So guys, find is very important because we'll be using it in several engineering problems.